Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Saturn in Aquarius and you. How does it affect you? What to look out for? I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs and let you know what to expect. So let us explore. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking Saturn in Aquarius. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. So, as you know, that Saturn is going to be in Aquarius from 17th January to 29th of March 2025. So 17th January in 2023 to 29th March in 2025. So this is quite a long transit. And of course, Saturn is in Aquarius. He's strong. He's in his own sign. And therefore, there is quite a lot of advantage for all of us to have Saturn in Aquarius. But at the same time, because Saturn is the planet of karma, he makes us deal with things, he makes us sort life out. Therefore, he is both strong and can be at times challenging. And we do need to have a correct head on to think about him and to think how we're going to cope with him, what are we going to deal with. And sometimes, sorting out things in time is better than waiting for things to just pile up and create problems. So one good attitude with Saturn in Aquarius is that we want to work hard, we want to take our responsibilities seriously, not defer situations to a later date. That is very helpful, and take Saturn as its strength. I always find that the strong Saturn makes me work harder, but then he gives results as well. In fact, sometimes you get so much result because you've worked hard and not really done anything else. So try to have a work-play balance as well. But of course, karma is not just work, it's old issues, something that situations come up. Then you have to have a wise head in order to recognize them, work with them, deal with them. So how does it affect you? Remember that we are looking from your ascendant and your moon sign. Aries, Aquarius is the 11th house. 11th house is the house of profit. It's a house of money. So this is quite a good transit for you. Saturn will make you reorganize your earnings because 11th house is called Labha Bhava. So Labh means profit. So this is not so much saving as earning. So, but Saturn being in the 11th house, make you organize your earnings, make you sort out everything, and don't think that he's not going to give you things. He can give a lot, but he wants you to, work for it, and you will get the reward for it. And also for Aries, Saturn is the 10th lord in the 11th, so it's a double plus. He does aspect Aries ascendant, so sometimes there is irritability. You can feel some kind of irritation at times. I think one thing to remember when you're watching the Saturn transit is to see what is Mars doing, because Mars is your Lagna Lord, Moon Lord. So that is the factor that you need to keep in mind. Taurus, Saturn is in your 10th house. I think for Taurus, this is a Sasha Mahapurusha yoga for 2.5 years. Saturn is one of your best planets. So therefore, this can be a very constructive time for you of achievement, of getting things done. Of course, Saturn demands a price that you have to work hard, and you'll be okay with it because he is a good planet for you. So on some level, you understand what Saturn is about. So enjoy this transit. It's working hard, but also will get good rewards. Gemini, Saturn is in your 9th house. 9th house is house of study, knowledge, higher mind. Actually, for you, the best news is that Saturn has gone into Aquarius, because for almost 2.5 years, you had Saturn transiting your 8th house and Ashtama Shani. So Saturn going into Aquarius means you are no longer in Ashtama Shani. You have moved out of it, and therefore this is a gift for you. And I would say that enjoy doing the good things, studying, doing your dharma, taking your responsibilities, education, gurus, all those things is what will come with Saturn's transit in your 9th house. Cancer, Saturn in Aquarius, not the easiest transit for you, because Aquarius is your 8th house, whether it is from the ascendant or moon, and this is called Ashtama Shani. I made a video about Ashtama Shani. You can listen to that. But Ashtama Shani is sort of an unusual transit, because it's not going over your moon or over any planet, but it's in the 8th house. So sometimes we don't really feel it or feel pressure, but they can be unexpected results or unexpected consequences of your actions. And specifically Ashtama Shani, if other things are also indicated, you need to watch your health. But they can be sudden changes and transformations. And from the 8th house, Saturn aspects the 10th house. So he can bring career opportunities, but he can also bring change of career. But aspecting the 10th house is karma bhava. So it can release some hidden karma that you have to deal with as well. Very difficult to judge it. Like for me, I can just see the overall aspect. Each individual chart will vary according to your dasha and transits, but it is a good idea to do a remedy for Saturn and be aware that this is not the best transit for you. Leo, Saturn is transiting your 7th house. 7th house is house of marriage, relationships. So it can bring relationship to you because he's 7th Lord in the 7th house. It is also a Sasha Mahapurusha yoga for this time being. It also will be very positive professionally for you. You'll have some kind of drive to make things happen professionally. If in an existing relationship, there can be some challenges too, because, Saturn is a more cold, distant planet, and going through the 7th house, it is also aspecting your ascendant or moon. So be conscious of that. Virgo, Saturn is in your 6th house. Now, generally in Vedic astrology, the 6th house transit of Saturn is regarded as a good transit because it is Artha Bhava, job, hardworking, responsible, and Saturn encourages doing that. So I would say this is overall a good transit for you. There can be sometimes that you're working very hard and you may feel I'm not getting compensated for what I'm doing. So I would say that, do your work. You'll automatically get compensated. And other thing is that this is a very good time to do karma yoga. Karma yoga is some selfless service that you can do as a remedy. Libra, Saturn is transiting your 5th house of creativity, ideas. Now, Saturn is not necessarily interested in casual creativity. He wants some serious work done. Also for Libra, Saturn has moved away from your 4th house, which is better because even though 4th house Saturn was creating a Mahapurusha yoga, it was also a Kantaka Shani. So going into the 5th house is much better. Think about what you can do creatively, responsibility of children, ideas, higher mind, all those things Saturn is activating, and he's encouraging you to pay attention, spend some time, and take responsibility. Scorpio, Saturn moves into your 4th house. And although Saturn is creating a Sasha Mahapurusha for you, Saturn is also creating the Kantaka Shani. And I did make a video about these transits, and I did a big video about the Dushtana houses and also about the difficult transits of Saturn. So you look at that 4th house transit of Saturn from your ascendant or moon is regarded as a complicated transit, because from there Saturn aspects the 10th house, he aspects the ascendant, and therefore there can be some pressure, unexpected karma being released, some pressure to make changes. And Scorpio don't like make changes. So again, you do need to see what Mars is doing to get a proper picture of what is happening. But 4th house is home, happiness, and Saturn can feel heavy. And it's a good time to do yoga, to do some spiritual things alongside with trying to achieve other things. And Saturn in 4th house can be very good for property. And if you're thinking of buying property, then Saturn can bring property, or you can do some work at home as well. Sagittarius, Saturn is in your 3rd house in Aquarius, self-effort. And this is 3rd house transit is always regarded as a very good transit. 3rd from the moon, 3rd from the ascendant. Now, if you are Sagittarius moon, Saturn going into Aquarius means that you have finished Sati. And now the concentration is on something else. 3rd house also about siblings. So Saturn may restructure your relationship with siblings. There may be certain responsibilities that come regarding your relationship with siblings. Now, Saturn is quite a detached planet. So although 3rd house is of communication, you have to make an effort to communicate with people, to keep connections. Don't think, oh, I can do it alone. I can be separate. Now, of course, at this stage, Jupiter is very strong till April, but then Jupiter goes in with Rahu. So, you have to watch what Jupiter is doing as well. But overall, this is a positive transit for you. Capricorn, Saturn in Aquarius, it's in your 2nd house of money, finances. Now, if you're Capricorn moon or Capricorn ascendant, you'll be happy that Saturn is no longer in your face, in your ascendant, or you're no longer in the intense part of Sati. Capricorn moon is still in Sati, but Capricorn ascendant has now Saturn has moved on. He's strong. He's in the 2nd house. 2nd house is Dhana Bhava. Dhana Bhava is the house of wealth and savings. And this is a good time to think about your saving, to restructure your finances. Sometimes we are saving money and we're not really thinking about it. And you have 2.5 years to sort out how you're organizing your savings. If you haven't any savings or you haven't planned an action, then this is a great time to do that. And as far as Capricorn moon, those who are in Sati, pressure is off you. But still some Sati is on. The 3rd part of Sati, what I find is that suddenly unexpected some block will come. So be prepared for that, although the mind feels a lot easier and the pressure of Saturn is a lot less. Aquarius, of course, you have Saturn transiting your ascendant or your moon sign. So Aquarius moon, you have intense Sati, 2.5 years. Of course, what you have to think is, when is Saturn going to be exactly over your moon? But I would say have a longer plan, because when Saturn is transiting Aquarius, be aware that you don't have too many choices. You must keep your security. You must, not make yourself unsettled. Have your finances in check. Don't do too many expenses. If any problem comes, think, okay, I'm sorting it out. Let it take time. Don't rush into anything. Because the intense Sati is on, you won't feel it every day. And I already spoken about it. Saturn is in Aquarius. It is a Sasha Mahapurusha yoga as well. I did a video on the Mahapurusha yogas as well. I'll put a link for that too. So the Mahapurusha yoga is on at the same time as the pressure is on. So therefore, how you balance that, that is the important factor. Aquarius is an air sign and Saturn is an air element planet. And so a lot of air can exaggerate worry and anxiety. And this air element in Ayurveda is known as Vata. And Vata can really get out of control because like air, we can't control the air. So we have to want it to be gentle breeze rather than like a hurricane or exaggerated energy. So it's a good idea to do some yoga, meditation, take a gentle walk. When you feel under pressure, doing some mantra chanting, those things will be very good for you to do while you're going through this challenging transit. And karma is most important, and karma in a context is also the work you do. So continue working, taking responsibility. Sometimes the pressures will be high, but you will be able to deal with it because your moon lord or Lagna lord Saturn is in his full dignity. Pisces, Aquarius is in the 12th house. Saturn is visiting your 12th house, and 12th house is the house of expenses and loss. But for some strange reason, Saturn doesn't like you spending money. So therefore, he can encourage you to be more restrictive about how you spend and be careful about that. And 12th house, of course, if you are wasteful, then Saturn will immediately pull you up and sort you out. So that is an important factor. 12th house is also a house of moksha, self-realization, and doing something selfless. Donation is a good thing to do at this time. Always only donate what you can afford. Don't do something that you can't afford, but donation of time, but also some effort and money if you can afford it to give for some good cause. And doing spiritual work, selfless spiritual work, that would be really good during this transit. And be careful about your money, be careful about finances. Saturn can also take you for a lot of travel because it's the 12th house. Also, if your moon is in a different area or your ascendant is different to Pisces, look up where the transit is from your moon sign and what the transit is from Pisces as well, ascendant or the opposite. So that is it today. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. Thank you very much.